Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Betrayal at Krondor. Alright, let's see if we can get a reaction out of this house now. And no. No, we cannot. Hmm. Alright, maybe I need to actually do some more talking. I would like to get this one done before moving on too much because there's some good stuff that we get out of it. And unfortunately, like, one of the things that kind of annoys me about the walkthroughs for this game is that they are not exactly, they're very generalistic in how they approach what you're supposed to do, where things are, and stuff like that. Which is not something I'm used to. Right. Well, first of all, I'm gonna need to buy some more food. I mean, I don't need to, but I want to. On the other hand, I suppose what I can do is, I mean, that's 13 days worth. We'll see how it goes. I do want to fight some things, get that armor, and having more inventory space would be good for that. So let's just, wait some time. Alright, let's talk to Nia again. I hope you haven't come by the tavern for a drink. Tapped out the last of my supplies this morning, and I don't know how long it'll be before the wagons come round again. No one wants to come anywhere close to Nia's goods, even though it's across the crossroad. I'll do what we can, good lady. Huh. So, I mean, I've talked to I guess I've, Alright. I guess we go, talk to, Max Feber again. Oh, I actually got music this time. Do you often make it a habit to go digging in graveyards? Well, what do you mean? I mean, the three of us found a burial cloth, and we think that you have something to do with all this evil that is going on around here. You've been desecrating graves, haven't you? It's, you know, kind of calling the kettle black, but you know. You broke into my house! I'll tell the constable for this! If he were still living in town, I might feel threatened, but I rather imagine you've already managed to scare him off. Now talk, or I'm going to have a cozy little chat with a friend of mine named Nivik, Prince Arutha's tax collector. Nice fellow. I think the two of you will get along marvelously. One grave only I dug up. I don't remember the fellow's name now, but he used to own the Six-Toe Tavern before Nia took over the shop. I think that maybe I could... I thought that maybe I could scare her into moving out and selling to me, but she's too darn stubborn. What did you do with the corpse? No corpse about him. He was down to his skeleton. I tried to rebury him, but I never found one of his hands. That's bound to be near the graveyard. I think I may have dropped it when I was near old Herschel's house. What else? That's it. That's all I know, honest. Dug him up and then I reburied him. We'll need to find that hand and then bury it. No thanks to you. Goodbye, sir, and I would advise that you stay away from the Six-Toe Tavern from now on. I doubt you will be warmly greeted. Alright, I'm not sure exactly where we are, so let's... There we go. Oh, just right there. It's disappointing. Leave. Oh, hey, we actually do fight them. I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, we need some stuff, so... Alrighty. It is 5 of them. But boom, nice. Nice miss. Flame cast. Let's go big. Nice. And he slumps to the ground. Ow. He is poisoned now, so that's good. Unfortunately, you cannot use your crossbow, so let's get you onto a melee. Boop. Ow. Ow. Doing lots of boops. That's 12. We can do that. Down he goes. Missed. Dang it. And down he goes. Alright, now we're just going to go with a with minor flame casts. I'd like to get my skill better, so, well. Oh, and you didn't even burn the tree. Disappointing. Looks like he is about to run. I think not, sir. And flame cast for you. Just a little bit of damage. Boop. Just trading crossbow bolts there. Dang it, James. There we go. Let's see if he is going to switch to do something else. He's still on his crossbow. Oh, he's trying to get away. That was way off, James. Alright, sacrifice some hit points. Boop. The battle was won. I don't know about you, but there was a point when I wasn't certain which way this was going to go, James said to Gorath, wiping perspiration from his brow. Let's get moving. Really? Really? There was a point at which you weren't sure which way it was going to go? I was using crossbows for fun. James' accuracy crossbow has increased. Which is good. I would have rather more stats go up. Oh well. Oh, that's probably part of the problem. I didn't take off scouting and stealth on Gorath. Oops. Oh well. Alright, so where are these bodies? Anywhere? Well, that's actually kind of disappointing. James studied the well. He had hoped, perhaps, the well would have a sign attached to it with a notation of whether its water was good or bad, but no such information seemed to be in evidence anywhere he looked. Drawing some water from the small well, they drank greedily. Then, stopping only long enough to fill their pouches, they packed up and prepared to leave. Okay. The man at the door flew into a rage. "You!" he shouted, pointing at James. "That hand you sold me was totally worthless. It wasn't a glory hand at all." James took a step back. "I'm afraid you have mistaken me for someone else. I really have no idea what you were talking about. But did you say something about a hand? We'll buy it back from you." "I tossed that worthless thing into the dried-up well at Lytton. 150 sovereigns. That's how much I paid for it. You telling me you'll give me my money back if I retrieve it for you?" Yep." James nodded. The man looked at them suspiciously, threatened to have them strung up if they weren't around when he returned, then left. Several hours later, he returned with a small burlap bag. Placing it on the table with a thunk, he turned to James. "Here's your hand. Now give me back my gold." "I didn't take your gold, so let's call this a sale, shall we?" said James. "Call it whatever you like. Where's my bloody money?" the man bellowed. James retrieved the money from his pouch and dropped it on the table. The man scooped it up greedily and demanded that they stay until he had a chance to count it all. Well, the good news. Let's go visit the inn here. Let's haggle. Come on. 1 sovereign. Alright. Also, skeletal hand. James considered the rotting thing, yellowed, encrusted with grave mold. One day his own hand would look the same, assuming someone didn't simply leave his corpse to be stripped of flesh by wild animals. And even then, mold would form on his skeletal remains. Hey, now he really is Jimmy the Hand. I'm sorry. Alright, let's go visit the inn. Nope. Owen could use more. I probably should have used healing powder on him, but it's okay. He's got some stamina. I don't expect to get into another fight. I was expecting to get into a fight with the guys and have loot, but no such luck there. Alright, I've gone way too far south. I could, of course, buy the armor, but that's just silly talk. Alright, might as well... Oh no, she doesn't actually have an... her thing isn't actually an inn. Let's just do that. Yeah, the grave's up here. Alright, let's bookmark just to be on the safe side. Let's go ahead and dig it up. The tip of Gorth's shovel made a wooden clunk. Using his hands to push away the soft, unpacked earth, he wiped perspiration from his forehead with the back of his sleeve and stepped out of the hole he had just created. He motioned for someone to bring him the hand as he carefully pried open the pine lid of the decaying box. Then, without looking inside, he dropped the hand and quickly closed the lid, part of it crumbling in his fingers. "Rest in peace now, Jared." "Rest in peace now, Jared," whispered Owen. "Come on, let's fill in the grave and get out of here." Did I also put in the shroud? Looks like I did. Good. More inventory space it's cleared. Alright. Let's talk to Nia.
I don't know how you've done it, but bless you. I've not heard a knock or bump coming from my shop for hours. First time in weeks. After I do a little dusting, I should be able to reopen it for business. And seeing that you've held up your end of the bargain, I'll hold up mine. As requested, you can have the gallon griefmaker I told you about. Thank you again, and please come by the shop across the street any time. I promise I'll give you the best bargains you'll find.
Thank you, fine lady. It was our pleasure to serve you.
Ah, something told me that I would see the three of you again. So how about a fresh meal? Would that do?
We don't really have time to sit down and eat. Do you have standard rations?
Only the best this side of Krondor.
They are amongst the best prices, but I'm gonna hold off until I get the armor, I think. So we can get to that by talking to either of them. It's a shame that there is not an inn here as well, because that would probably be rather inexpensive. Alright, Gallon Griefmaker. Condition 100%. Holding up the double-edged, basket-hilted sword for inspection, James favored it with a nod. The numerous sharp teeth that bristled along the edge of the weapon guaranteed a deep cut if the blade was swung properly. It does have racial mod elf. Damage 29 plus strength, 42 plus strength, 15 plus skill accuracy, and 5 plus skill accuracy. Well, that is going to go to Gorath. So compare that to that, 15 and 29. This is, 29 and 42. 10 and 0. 15 and 5. So definitely an upgrade. Let's go ahead and repair that. And let's get on to weapon craft for you. I believe the better your skill, the more likely you are to get the weapon or the item higher percentage. Although I'm pretty sure that once you've used it, the best you'll ever get it is 99%. Alright, so we can go ahead and sell that. Go ahead and improve that. I feel like I grabbed the wrong one. Whatever. Okay. That has 4 uses left. James' weapon craft increased, but not Gorath's armor craft. That is unfortunate. But it's up to 70 now. Alright, let's see. James waited by the door. Less than a minute later, Nia hurried over from the six-toe with a large set of keys jangling on a brass ring in her hand.
I'll have that door open for you in a jiffy, she said as she began to search for the proper key. Ah, here we go.
She inserted the key into the lock, jiggled it a few times until it clicked, and then she pushed open the door. Nia's goods. The door protested with a loud shriek as James stepped into the disused shop. He covered his mouth so as to avoid breathing dust. There seemed to be little variety in the types of items offered for sale, but the items present had been selected with ruthless practicality. Alright, so we can buy standard kingdom armor, and that might be pretty cheap. Certainly the rations are indicating that this is cheap. The bowstring, I've seen that at 22. I think that this might be, quote, at cost. Like, these might be the lowest prices that you are going to get for a lot of this stuff. Fatimore's formula is... That, I believe, increases strength. Okay. Certainly the rations are good. Question is, what does she end up buying? Definitely accept that. Let's see. So that's 1529. Yeah, that's better. Alright. Definitely sell that. Could get some more poisoned arrows, but I'll wait until I like have mostly used up a stack or something like that. But, yeah, no, I pretty good prices for restoratives. Fatimore's formula having relatively easy access to relatively inexpensive Fatimore's formula. Aventurine. No armors, hammer, or whetstones, unfortunately. But I could buy kingdom armor. So let's haggle. 36 sovereigns is about what we could do. It's not too bad. Alright, so we have Nia's shop. It has good stuff. I'm not going to buy anything right now. Let's make our way back towards Lytton and get beyond it. Actually, I could probably just go this way. Hug the mountains. Alright. So we are beyond Lytton now. Alright, let me take a quick look at my map, see what other goodies there might be around. There might be something up here. Preoccupation had dulled his senses. Aware as if someone had thrown water over him during a pleasant dream, James grabbed Gorth's shoulder. Don't move! There's something very not right about the ground before us. Dang it! Oh, I see those Mordell chests. Can I back away? They ran. Owen cursed the tendency of his feet had to find bumps and sinkholes, but he stumbled on, terrified at the notion he would never find safety, never have another moment in his life when someone didn't wish to carve him up alive. It was a numbing thought, but he moved on until he reached his companions in safety. Alright, we want to save before we mess with that. Alright. Let's try this again. Alright, so looking at this, we've got these connecting and these connecting. Oh! Oh! Gorath was hiding that one. Okay. Wow. Okay. It's pretty easy, except for the fact that it was specifically set up to have one hidden there, I think. Alright, so we got a Moradhel wordlock chest. Gorth scanned the runes embossed on the Moradhel clue plate. Its text their only hope of opening the difficult wordlock. An untiring servant it is, carrying loads across muddy earth, but one thing that cannot be forced is a return to the place of its birth. Morit. Wagon? No. River? Yeah, I think that's it. Yep, river it is. Okay, so we've got a sword, we've got a Gilder's Passkey. I can take that. I can take that. And I want to leave some things here. Okay, so I can get 2 suits of armor now. 2 suits of armor there. Not quite one here. Okay. So it's full now. Alright, let's check this one. Suez. With sharp-edged wit and pointed poise, it can settle disputes without a noise. Moose. That's definitely what it is. Moose. Oh. Probably sword. Pointed poise. Sharp-edged wit. Sword. No, sword. Alright. S-word, that's what it is. I'll take the coins. Okay, we've got Blessed Kingdom Armor. I do not want to give that to the Lord of Lytton. I think that that would be better to sell. Okay, so we have enough space now. For good measure, I am going to put some other things away that I don't need to hold onto, that I can come back and get later. Thrrr. Power enough to smash ships and crush roofs, yet it still must fear the sun. Ice? Yep. We'll take the coins. We've got a Ring of Prander. Got a 24 value ruby. And a light crossbow. Okay. For good measure, I think that I will leave a few other things behind, however. Just in case there are other things that I want to pick up. When we, because we're going to fight some things, I'm sure. Alright, so we got those. We've got space for armor. Now we just need to get armor. But I think that's going to have to wait until the next episode. We've got a path down to Silden, and then up to Sloop and Romney. So there's plenty of spaces, plenty of places for ambushes to happen and stuff like that. But that will be next time. See you then, everyone.